Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for October 9th, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 15. And if you add the 1 and the 5 together, you get the number 6. The number 6 is the number of sincerity, honesty, purity, and spiritual seeking. It is the number of musicians and composers. That is why this number is associated with Saint Hildegard, a well-known nun who composed music and did stained glass for churches. Artists and music have always been that which has given light, hope, and depth to religion. Art expresses that striving humanity has to be better that seems so important within our soul. To do that, we are asked to dive deep and look within the hidden places in our soul that have not been fully loved and brought into the light. The number 6 tries to understand the complex relationships in our life and the mystery of intimacy. It loves the concepts of philosophy and comparative studies that are at the heart of religion. This number can overindulge in alcohol in order to relax, so perhaps steer clear of too much of the drink today. It is a number that wants to understand linearly emotions, but not necessarily feel the darker ones. It is a number that is challenged to deal with the denser and more coarse aspects of life. Today, the intensity of the real world seems challenging. In the positive, this number is very understanding, philosophically astute, and highly creative. It allows the sweetness within to be seen by others. It is about loyalty and steadfastness in times of trouble. In the negative, this number can make others withdraw and close off when big feelings are arising. To deal with those feelings, we may want to be alone. It can make someone not understand their feelings and feel unworthy of dealing with the everyday challenges of others. The astrology today. The moon finally shifts off this emotional downshift in Scorpio and into the more energetic and adventurous sign of Sagittarius before noon. Mercury is still plaguing us with details, delays, and mishaps through probably October 18th. But it is not aligned with the sun, but it is aligned with the sun and Mars, and it gives us a chance to look past our choices and see how they impact our future. It is time to look at things with fresh eyes and address problems with a clearer eye and insight. This can be a time of great insight, but if it feels as if we need more facts, then we probably need to search for them. And yet those facts always seem to never be enough to come to a clear conclusion. You may notice that your mind is all over the map and all emotions seem heightened. Staying busy is much better than staying still, which can allow those thoughts to gain control. Pick some goals and stay going in a well-defined direction. It may feel as if if we do not stay focused, the mental energy will turn to nervousness, impatience, and irritability. Some may keep conversations short because they cannot handle anything that is going to set off their sensitivity. Old feelings seem to be on the surface, causing others to seem impatient and reactive. Venus and the South Node seem to be making us more sensitive than normal. No matter what, do not let the progress you have made stop. There is a very strong tendency to want to distance ourselves from others. It may feel like a difficult time, so be kind to yourself and others. My quote for today: perhaps with time we will be able to see past the illusion. Perhaps with time we will learn patience and acceptance. Perhaps with time the lessons from the past will finally register and help us heal this dimension of existence. Perhaps with time we will learn that love is what is needed to make the changes we seek. Perhaps with time we can reclaim the true intention of clear emotional expression that this world offers. And my blog for today. I believe that spirits surround the living all the time. There are those spirits that are family, that protect us and whisper support in times of need. I believe there are those souls that wander seeking something, wanting to find fulfillment of a dream or to complete some task from their previous life. I have experience going through the astral plane, a place in between this reality and the next. It is a thick layer where those that have not passed fully into the light seek to gain enough energy to transition into that elusive next plane of existence. I believe in residual hauntings. To me, that means that some massive energy event, such as a war or a terrible event can create a ripple in the fields of time and space, and those sensitive to those energy patterns can sense or feel, see and experience that echo from another time. Having lived in Berlin from 1978 through 1982, I can tell you that being in a city that had experienced 2 world wars in the span of 50 years was definitely haunted. And there was a sort of energetic rift in that city that was very obvious to me the entire time I lived there. Personally, I could hear the bombs still going off in the astral plane. I would wake up and find dead people with crushed bodies in my apartment sitting in my chairs, oddly vacuous and not really present in this reality. They did not seem to notice me or acknowledge my existence. They were never bothering me, but they would appear and then disappear. I never had them moving things around, except one time. It happened that my dance leotards would be washed, folded, and put away, and then suddenly they would just disappear. In a very small apartment, it made me think I was losing my mind. Eventually, I figured out what spirit was doing it and told them to stop, and they seemed to be more playful than malicious, and it did stop. Traveling through Europe, I experienced many types of energies that could be called residual hauntings and full-fledged hauntings. Places with history and lots of life are attractive to those in the astral plane looking for answers and the completion of whatever is keeping them there. I believe that there are many levels and dimensions that exist in this reality that some overlap, and where they overlap, there are doorways or portals between that give access to some to move through and for sensitive people to feel and sense. In those times, it causes me to feel more and sense past our normal flow that seems to be making us more aware of other levels of existence right now. I sense that mankind is awakening to other levels and realities. I can feel that this is a good thing, though it might be disconcerting. Expansion and growth on the subtle energy levels seem important at this time historically. Learning to embrace that which was previously beyond our comprehension is now an ongoing experience. I await the next chapter of this awakening. Thanks, everyone.